A Fork in the Road with Chef Garrett is brought to you by...
Visit historic Oak Ridge and discover America's secret city. Explore the great outdoors, experience majestic lakes, relive history, and treat yourself to an inspired meal. Historic Oak Ridge. For more information, oakridgevisitor.com. You can't get this at home. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hi everybody, talk about a fork in the road. I've got Virginia on this side, I've got Tennessee on this side. I am, of course, in Bristol. I'm Chef Garrett. I hear tell they've got some great food in this town, and I'm here to find it. Come along with me. So we deep fry the stuff. Now, breadcrumbs, batter, or just... Hi, I'm Chef Garrett. I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked into a pie. This is where they bake them. I love the smell of donuts in the morning. Let me tell you, this place is bonkers. Busy, 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 busy. There's a slight lull in the action here, so we're gonna go in. We're gonna talk to Carla, the owner. Let's go. Carla, how are you doing?
Hi, good, Garrett. How are you?
It is great to see you.
It's good to see you too.
It's a couple of years since I was in this bakery, but the improvements are astounding.
Wow, thanks.
And the business,
I know.
off the
Busy
charts.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, so you're doing great.
Doing great, yeah.
And
We've
when
grown a lot since you were here.
And growing.
Yes, we are.
So you're adding a gourmet coffee and espresso unit?
Yeah, got a great little Italian model back here that we just got in last week, and we're also adding ice cream as well. We'll do
Hand-dipped
Sundays,
ice cream.
yeah, Sundays
And, now,
bananas.
and what's special about that ice cream is it's coming from a local dairy,
Yes,
all made the old-fashioned way.
yes, it is.
As is most of your stuff here, the old-fashioned way.
That is true, by hand. And this particular ice cream company still delivers milk in glass bottles, door to door, in
Glass
their
bottles,
area.
like Grandma used to get.
Exactly, and the ice cream is hormone-free and antibiotic-free.
Beautiful. So a fully natural product.
It is.
Well, I want you to show me some of what's going on back here that's bringing in these crowds.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
Let's
this
do
way.
it.
Here we go. Okay, Carla, this is where it all happens. What flavor
is.
cake are we looking at here?
It's a pink almond. It's our most popular cake that we make, and she makes oodles of these things.
Oodles.
But this is hands down our most popular cake that we make here, and most customers do prefer us to tint it pink, just like you see it. And it's a wonderful cake. It's a step up from white, but it's not so extreme as chocolate or caramel.
Sure.
And for
It
people that don't want
smells
those,
great. It's got a lovely fragrance.
it's wonderful. It's all homemade buttercream that more than likely Josie has made herself.
Yeah. And of course, really the star of this whole segment is the pastry itself.
You better believe
The cake.
it.
They're absolutely fabulous. So you've only been here now 5 years.
5 years
And
as
yet
of June the 16th.
Wow, and you've really built this business from when you started.
Oh, I've had a lot of help from a lot of good employees, though. I've been very fortunate.
And your husband, God bless him, I guess he spends all his from his real job.
yeah.
All his off time is spent working for you.
He's really the business head. I am basically the person that I bake, I fill in, I wash dishes, whatever needs to be done, I do that here.
It's called running a small business.
It is. You know, I take care of the paperwork. But even with that, I mean, I couldn't do without him, and I couldn't do without my employees. So
there you go.
it's definitely not a one-man show around here. We all
No.
help each other, that's for sure.
No, and I must compliment you on your staff. You must treat them very well because they seem very loyal and they are very good. So this is like the canvas is now ready, and here comes the painting.
And what she's doing now too, like in our store, she actually has a specific design that she does on these cakes, and it's beautiful. It usually has like a beautiful swirl design on the top, and then swirls on the side. Looks very old-fashioned, but that was the key to my cakes. We don't do fondant, we don't do gum paste, even though those cakes are beautiful.
Yes.
I want something that you don't have to peel off any layers. We want it 100% edible from the flowers to the
Yes.
to whatever. And so everything she works with, her medium is buttercream.
And she's very good at it. What she's doing right now is making a beautiful rose for the top.
And this is a custom order. This is per customer's request. Like I said, in our store we keep it very simple, very plain, but she's actually decorating a cake for an order today. It's gorgeous. And a lot of these cakes too, you can find a lot of her work on Facebook, on our Facebook page. You can find a lot of the things that she's done for us in the past. And then customers a lot of times will share too some of the items that they've gotten here
Sure.
too, which is kind of cool.
That's great. And you have a great loyal following. I mean, this place has been bopping since you opened this
Oh
morning.
yeah, it's been very busy. that's again why I wanted to start a little early with you guys today, because it gets to the point where you can barely bus tables out there, and we've had them literally lined out the door before and around the corner.
That's
so
such a good complaint to have.
yeah, it is. I mean, we're definitely not going to complain as long as the customers are happy. They're our first, and always will be our first concern. And we just want them to come here and it be a happy place that they enjoy. That was the whole reason for creating it. You know, it's not just
absolutely
employment for me. It's
well,
gotta
that's
be
part of the
something
joy. It's watching the enjoyment other people get out
absolutely.
of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And most of our staff know the customers by name. They know what they want as soon as they come through the door. Literally, there's some customers we just walk, we say good morning, we walk away, get their order, come back, and do the transaction because we know what they want.
Exactly.
And it becomes a laugh for them too, but I think they like to be remembered.
Of course
customers
they do,
like to be known by name.
Absolutely.
And,
it's a huge part of the charm.
one of the staff members in the front, in particular, Kachera, is my primary morning person. She is amazing at names. She knows everybody by name. She calls at them the minute they walk through the door. They love her. She loves them, and they've just got a great rapport, and I'm very lucky to have her because I used to be a key front person, and with all the other responsibilities, it's gotten harder, and so it's good to know I've got her, and I've got other good staff too that are working the front for me even this morning. So nothing to complain about. They all work hard and do a good job.
Well, I can see Josie's done this a time or two.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful work, and buttercream really is her forte. It's absolutely gorgeous. Carl, I can't tell you how wonderful and fantastic a job you have done with this place. It has just come on in leaps and bounds. I'm proud of you, and continued success to you.
Thank you.
Josie, you're doing a great job, darling. Keep it up. I'm going to grab some donuts on the way out.
All right, thanks.
Okay, well, that's how you do it. For all you young entrepreneurs out there, you want to get in the food business, here's a gal who really knows how to do it. You start with a great product, surround yourself with great staff, and do a heck of a job. She's absolutely brilliant. I'm a little peckish. It's time to go to an iconic lunch spot here. We're going to the Burger Bar. Hi, I'm Chef Garrett. I'm in Bristol. You cannot come to this town without checking out the Burger Bar. That's what I'm doing right now. Kayla, how are you, darling?
Hey, Chef Garrett, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you. What is that?
Some chocolate milkshakes.
Okay, come on.
Would you like one?
I'd love one. I've heard all about them.
Okay.
Hand-dipped,
There you go.
custom-made milkshakes.
That's right. Burger Bar famous milkshakes.
Beautiful. Let me try one. It's a work of art.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, here's 1942. This place has been here since.
Yes, sir. Since 1942, we've been serving up burgers at the Burger Bar.
And you and Joe took it over just recently, like in January.
January, we've been here about 6 months now.
And everybody says it's better than ever.
I hope so.
Well, I'm about to find out because I know Joe's going to meet me down the end of the bar. He's going to show me a burger to go with my milkshake.
Yep, he's working hard down there cooking up some burgers.
Let me go see him. I'll be back.
All right, I'll be here waiting for you.
Joe, what do you got cooking for me?
Oh, we're doing a little burger today.
Yeah. What are we doing?
All right, this is a burger we call the Oh My Cheese.
Oh my cheese.
Oh My Cheese, a lot of cheese involved.
Okay.
So we do 2 grilled cheese sandwiches on our thick sourdough bread.
Yeah.
And in between those 2 thick grilled cheese sandwiches, we put our burger. Yes, sir.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, and one of the things I do is I mash my burger a little bit, but I only do it when it's raw.
Right.
And the reason being, of course, you don't want to mash all your juices out.
Sure, of course.
So we're going to go ahead and start with our bread.
Yeah.
We got our 1-inch thick sourdough. And what we do here is we do a little butter.
Oh, you gotta have a little butter.
Yeah, Parmesan cheese.
Oh, a little cheese.
And what we're gonna do is
butter the grill.
And butter. More butter is better. A little's good, a lot is better.
There you go.
So we're gonna butter this guy up. And then this cheese is actually gonna make a crust on the outside.
Sure.
So it is, this is actually a 4 cheese, but we call it a 3 cheese because we're not even...
Well, you don't want people to think they're getting too much cheese.
No.
You wouldn't want that.
We wouldn't want them to think I'm cheesy here at the Burger Bar.
Anything but that. Speaking of the hair, looking good.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Looking good, Joe.
So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna go with a little cheddar.
Yeah.
And then we've got a little Swiss.
Yeah.
And American action.
A little American.
We are here in America. You like that one?
That was good, Joe.
Yeah, okay.
That was a good one.
So we're gonna grill that down. What we're doing is gonna crust it up. Burger. We're gonna go mid-well. Okay, let's give it a flip.
So how are we doing?
We're doing well.
Very good.
So what we're going to do here is go ahead and put our grilled cheeses together.
Oh, nice.
All right. And of course, one more piece of cheese.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So-
you wouldn't want to spare them on the cheese.
No,
You know,
no,
you
no.
Don't
So-
be stingy.
So let's go ahead and bring this guy together.
Sweet God. Look at this thing.
How's that?
That's a fine appetizer.
No.
Wow. Good grief. That's like one of those dainty sandwiches that I think the Queen of England has with tea. Look at this thing. Look at this. There's some cheesy goodness for you. This is called Oh My Cheese.
The Oh My Cheese.
Oh my word. So tell me about the Hank Williams story.
This is supposed to be one of the last places Hank Williams was seen alive. There's 3 or 4 places dotted along the highway that he was traveling, and we like to believe it was here.
I know why. He must have had 2 of these. And had a heart attack. This is fantastic. Do you know what I love about this? That bit of parm on the layers gives it that extra crust. And of course, you're a bit of a surprise because you don't just do burgers. You're a chef.
Yes, I
And
tried
you have a long career as a chef before you open this place.
Yes, sir.
And it shows because tell me about these side sauces here.
Well, these are the sauces that we serve with our Parmesan fries, best-selling fry we have here. And this is a homemade barbecue aioli. And this is our homemade Thousand Islands that we serve on our famous Reuben sandwich that's also here.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This is the cheesiest, most delicious burger I might have ever eaten. It's absolutely fantastic. But you're not eating many. You may be selling many of these, but you can't be eating many of these.
Oh, look at this. My brother's a cardiologist.
Keep it in the family, John.
Yes.
Fabulous, John. Everybody told us this is where you get the best burger in Bristol. Hands down, they were telling the truth. Fabulous, John.
Thank you so much.
Great, Joe. Pleasure meeting you.
Yes, sir. You
Thank
have a great day.
That was just great. Let me tell you something. Joe Deal is the real deal, and his wife Kayla is an absolute sweetheart. I love this place. You're in Bristol, the Burger Bar, you gotta go. And our next stop, Troutdale Dining Room. Let's check it out. Our next stop is a real treasure. Troutdale Dining Room. Not only is it recognized by the James Beard Foundation for its excellent cuisine, but it is housed in a magnificent antebellum mansion. Let's check it out. Todd, how are you?
Yeah, Chef Garrett, how are you?
I'm great. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Fabulous house.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it's just gorgeous. And this is what? It's over 200 years old?
Yes. Built in the 1700s.
Wow. You must be very proud.
Oh, it's a beautiful home. Love it.
It really is, and a great reputation for great food. Which is
Well, we've served the Tri-Cities with 5-star dining for many years now.
very good. And you before you bought it, you actually worked here, is that right?
Yeah, I worked for the original owners and the former owner that I just bought from.
Very good. So you liked it so much, you just had to have it, huh?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I'm about to go back and meet Chef Darren, have him show me a few tricks of the trade back there, see how you got your reputation.
Well, great. Make yourself at home.
I will. Count on it. I'll see you on the way out.
Thank you.
Chef Darren, how are you?
Chef Garrett, how are you, sir?
I'm great. It's good to see you.
Pleasure, pleasure.
That is one beautiful trout you have there.
Yes, sir. This is our rainbow trout from Cedar Springs in Chilhowie, Virginia.
In Virginia. Very
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Now, you have a tank on premises where they keep all these beautiful, fresh, live trout, right?
600-gallon tank right out in the yard, right outside the restaurant.
This is your signature dish you're going to show me?
Yes, sir, and I'll get started right away.
All right.
We're going to start by filleting the trout.
Beautiful.
And for this preparation, we're going to do a boneless, skinless fillet.
Skinless, too. Very good. I don't know anywhere that has fresher trout, unless you're catching it yourself, than the ones you guys
You won't
enjoy.
find it anywhere in the world fresher than what we serve.
So
And
we
then
grab-
to skin it,
Yep. Grab the tail and away we
just
go.
going to grab the tail, and it'll come right off the skin.
A little wiggle back and forth with the boning knife, and voila. There you
And
have
that's it.
Good job. Okay, Darren, let's do step 2.
Step 2, Parmesan breadcrumbs.
Okay.
We're going to start with our focaccia bread.
I see you make all your breads here in-house.
We do.
That is
Focaccia,
very
French,
impressive.
ciabatta. We rotate it from time to time.
Beautiful. That's very impressive.
I have about 2 cups of Parmigiano Reggiano here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and add about 3/4 of that in there. Now we're going to season it. A little salt, a little white pepper. Not much. You got a lot of saltiness from the cheese.
Sure.
And a little paprika.
Yeah. Good.
3 or 4 pinches.
Little sweetness, little color. Beautiful.
And now I'm going to transfer all this to our RoboCoupe. And I'm not going to overcrowd them.
Great. So all our goodies are in the RoboCoupe.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to reserve this bowl. We're going to grind them up, and I'm going right back into the
Crumbs go right back in. Very efficient use of your utensils there, I must say.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And we have our oil heating up over here.
Yes, sir. We're going to pan fry the trout as the
Great.
sauce simmers.
So now this is a classic Beurre Blanc you're going to make.
Classic French butter sauce.
Great. Okay.
Starting out with about 2 cups of Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Got
Bay leaf.
2 bay leaves.
Beautiful.
1 julienne shallot.
Shallot.
Turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Some whole black peppercorns that I have toasted just a little bit.
Lovely. Yeah,
And we're going to reduce this down by about 85, almost 90%.
So it's almost just a syrup on the bottom of the pan.
We'll just bread this guy.
Yeah.
Got our trout that we filleted here.
So is this going into whites? Is this egg whites?
This is egg whites.
Huh.
And very simple. No flour, egg, and then the breadcrumbs. We're just going.
So this is
Beaten egg white.
actually a lighter sort of a finish.
Yes, sir. It's going to give it a light, like a fluffy breading.
Yeah, rather than the stodgy flour egg breadcrumbs, sometimes it gets a little doughy.
Yes, sir. And it's very simple. I'm going to just dredge them in our lightly beaten egg whites.
Straight into
And
your
right
fresh
into the
crumbs.
fresh crumbs.
So that was about 1.5 pounds of trout that we started with, and of course we've lost the head skin. bones.
That's around 6.5, 7 ounce portion.
Yeah, it looks like a good 7
Yes,
ounce
sir.
portion.
It's a good portion.
Great. So now we've reduced the cream by about half,
We're going to add the butter.
and here comes the butter.
Now, obviously, we're not going to need all this butter for 1 piece of fish.
Sure.
But I've just cubed. This is a 1 pound cubed up.
Right.
And I'm going to start just adding a couple cubes at a time.
Absolutely, a little bit at a time, and it has to fully incorporate. And the magic of this is, it's making a sauce rather than making a flavored melted butter. You're making
Correct.
an emulsion.
An emulsion. Everything's together.
That's
the
it.
butter fat, the milk fat. It's not separated. It's all together.
That's right. It's the alchemy of sauce making. This is one of the more delicate sauces to make. That's a beautiful job. And of course, the key with this sauce too is temperature is a huge factor. If it sits and gets too warm, it's going to separate. There's nothing you can do about that.
You want to hold this around the 135 to 145 range.
Exactly.
That definitely can't be too hot. It will separate. Once the butter's incorporated, we're just going to strain it,
Yeah.
and then we'll finish it with a little lemon juice.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Looks good.
That's perfect. All right, then. We are now frying some fish.
Yes, sir. Pan fried.
That's
Just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. We're going to go ahead and we're going to season this guy with just a little salt and white pepper.
Yep.
Got a little drip pan here that we're going to let him rest on.
Yep.
And Garrett, the trout, it doesn't take a long time on both sides. We're only looking at around 45, maybe 50 seconds per side.
We just want some beautiful mahogany type color, golden
Just
type
a
color.
nice golden brown.
Looks great. Beautiful color, beautiful aroma.
And the key is the freshness of the trout.
That's what it's all about.
Very
you can,
simple,
you
very
can
simple
see
ingredients.
the beautiful milky white flesh how fresh and firm it is. That's the thing.
Yes, sir.
Never frozen, doesn't get that watery finish.
Not
Beautiful.
And we'll just let him rest there for
Sure, just
2
for
or
a
3
second.
minutes,
Yeah.
just while we wilt our spinach. Our fresh baby spinach. And this is an extremely quick process.
Absolutely. Thought there'd be nothing left.
We've got the spinach, a little salt, a little white pepper. And you can see how quick this goes.
Absolutely.
Started out, you think you have a lot of spinach.
And next thing you know, you got an empty pan.
Exactly. And that's as far as I'm going to wilt it.
Absolutely.
And we're ready to go to the plate.
Beautiful. That's perfectly wilted. You're not cooking it, you're wilting it.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the key.
We're
That's
ready to go to the
beautiful.
plate.
Lovely. All right. It looks almost too pretty to eat, but that's never stopped me before. All right, we're going to get a wee bit of everything. And what I'm really looking forward to, that Beurre Blanc is made beautifully.
What do you think, Garrett?
Wow. Wow.
It's all about freshness.
You know, everywhere we go, I always say the first thing that jumps off the plate at me is how fresh is the ingredient, the main ingredient. And in this case, this is stellar.
Thank you,
I mean,
sir.
that is the nicest piece of fish I've had in years. It's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautifully cooked. It's perfectly cooked. The trout is just there, you know. The flesh, I should say, the flesh is, it's firm and it's tasty, and you know it's never been packed on ice. It's never been held in a freezer or even in a refrigerator for any length of time. It's
From the tank to the plate, I guess you could say.
wow. The Beurre Blanc, you know, I love seeing a really good seasoned pro at his best. I'll tell you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
This is terrific.
My pleasure, Garrett. My
Beautiful job. Absolutely terrific. Darren Shelley is one heck of a chef, let me tell you. Well, I'm inspired. How about we all go back to my place and I'll whip you something up. Well, there you are. Welcome. You know, Darren Shelley at the Troutdale dining room showed us a classic sauce, a classic French Beurre Blanc. It means white butter. I'm going to show you how to make that sauce with a slight variation, of course, because that's what I do. Very simple, but it is a little tricky. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to take the fear out of it for you, okay? I have a flame on high. Let me show you what I have right here. You see this here? In my pan, I have a little bit of champagne vinegar, white wine vinegar, anything like that will do. To that, we're going to add, just like he did, we've got some sliced shallots. Listen, onion will do if you don't have the shallot. But shallots are readily available. Just get one, do it. Some peppercorns, okay? Onto a fast stove, and into this, I'm going to put about half a cup of good white wine, okay? So here's the strange thing about this particular sauce. What we're going to do is we're going to let this, all the liquid will reduce out of this pan down to almost nothing. So what we're doing is we are getting the essence of the wine and the vinegar to soak into the onions and the peppercorns, okay? So they're gonna hold all that flavor and all the liquid will evaporate, but they'll hold on to the essence. Now, I'm going to show you, I'm moving this over here because I've got a higher flame. And I want to bring this sauce now to the finishing stage. As you can see, now can you see how violently this is reducing? Those bubbles have gone crazy. Now what's happening is we are losing all the moisture and we're being left with just the essence. This is essentially just a syrup we have now. I have a little spice mix made here. And what this is ground cumin, chipotle, ground chipotle pepper, and a little bit of smoked paprika. And this is gonna absolutely elevate this dish. Now those are intense, very intense flavors. So what do? We're We're going to mellow out the corners with just a drop of cream. This helps stabilize your sauce. See that? We have a beautiful light creamy sauce. And now we get to the good part. Butter. Lots of butter. And we start adding it piece by piece. And what happens is it's incorporated into the sauce. So what we're doing is this is called mounting. We're mounting the sauce with butter. In fact, at this point, we remove the flame. Now I'm going to put it into I'm going to strain it through, a little push to get all the flavor out. Okay, we're going to taste this. Oh yeah, the smoked paprika and the chipotle are subtle, but they're definitely there. We're going to make it even sharper. Lime juice, and then a touch of honey. What does that do? Well, let me tell you, you've got so many bright, aggressive flavors going on in here that honey is just going to round all those corners. It's going to add a slight suggestion of sweetness. It's going to absolutely rock this dish. A Fork in the Road with Chef Garrett is brought to you by...
Visit historic Oak Ridge and discover America's secret city. Explore the great outdoors, experience majestic lakes, relive history, and treat yourself to an inspired meal. Historic Oak Ridge. For more information, oakridgevisitor.com. You can't get this at home. And by viewers like you. Thank you.